The American dream has always promised comfort, security, and the golden milestone of $1 million retirement. Yet when you peel back the layers, the reality is far harsher than the glossy images in magazines and ads. Imagine Sarah, a 45-year-old teacher from Ohio, who has diligently contributed to her 401k for 20 years, yet when she checks her account, it barely scratches $250,000, a sum that would barely cover 15 years of modest living if she were to retire. Today, and she is not alone. Studies show that only about 15% of American households have retirement savings exceeding $1 million, and most of them are concentrated in the top 10% of earners, leaving millions of middle-class families struggling to bridge the gap between expectation and reality, while the media keeps feeding the illusion that retirement wealth is attainable for anyone willing to just save more or invest smarter, ignoring systemic challenges like wage stagnation, rising healthcare costs, inflation, and the crushing burden of student loans that siphon away decades of potential savings. Across the country, young professionals like Jamal in Texas face the bitter reality of delayed financial milestones, watching their peers inherit wealth, take risks with family support, or benefit from the housing market boom, while they juggle multiple jobs just to keep up with rent and living expenses, and even the 401k. Plans touted by financial advisors are not immune to market volatility, leaving millions to gamble unknowingly, with their future security and funds exposed to downturns beyond their control. Meanwhile, Social Security, once the backbone of retirement stability, faces long-term solvency challenges, threatening to shrink benefits at a time when more Americans will need them, creating a landscape where working well into your 70s may no longer be optional but a necessity. This documentary traces real stories from coast to coast, from retirees forced to downsize to their children's basements in California, to small-town veterans relying on patchwork income streams in the Midwest, illustrating a generational struggle against the harsh arithmetic of reality. The average American household approaching retirement age has a mere $20,000 saved, a figure that is not just shocking, but perilously inadequate for the lifelong aspirations sold in childhood. And yet hope persists in the form of financial literacy programs, early investing strategies, and bold policy proposals, though the question remains whether individual action can overcome decades of structural inequity, skyrocketing housing prices, and the hidden costs of healthcare that consume larger shares of post-retirement budgets. And as we peer into the lives of those chasing this million-dollar dream, we see more than numbers, we see stress, compromise, missed experiences, and the quiet erosion of freedom that financial insecurity brings. In cities like New York and San Francisco, even high earners find that $1 million nest egg is often just a safety net barely sufficient to maintain middle-class lifestyles. While in rural America, long-term unemployment and shrinking pensions make the target seem almost mythical. And yet the dream persists, fueled by stories of self-made millionaires, catchy investment apps promising early retirement, and the pervasive culture of hustle until you die, all of which mask the structural hurdles and highlight the gap between perception and reality, ultimately revealing that the $1 million benchmark is not just a financial goal, it is a mirror reflecting the inequities, challenges, and hard truths of an economic system that has not evolved in step with the promises it makes. And as our cameras follow families counting every penny, communities organizing financial workshops, and policymakers debating reforms, the narrative unfolds with tension, empathy, and urgency, asking viewers not just to reconsider their retirement plans, but to confront the uncomfortable reality that in America, the dream of retiring with $1 million is not guaranteed, may never be guaranteed, and the pursuit itself has profound consequences on lives, relationships, mental health, and society at large, painting a portrait that is sobering, honest, and cinematic, reminding us that while money alone cannot buy happiness, financial insecurity has a way of shaping every choice, every moment, and every dream, leaving the question lingering. In a country that prides itself on opportunity, how many will truly see the golden milestone of $1 million retirement before it is too late?